So this is my first test of a new motovlog setup. I'm testing a new microphone that I've just installed for the first time. I want to see how this setting goes, and so I have a recorder and a microphone that I set up, and I wanted to see how this sounds very first trip. I don't know about you guys, but do you find when you're recording voicemails and things, you speak like you're speaking to Siri? I found myself almost doing that. By that I mean, like this sentence. Say, I'm speaking a sentence, period. And then I'm going to go and pick you up, period. Do you find yourself doing that? It's kind of embarrassing when it happens. You can't undo that when you leave a voicemail. I know the latest iOS, I think, picks up on when there should be a sentence or a question mark and does a pretty good job of it, but I'm still in the habit of saying question mark or period at the end of them. Now, one thing I didn't change was I didn't put on the night setting yet on this GoPro. It's right here nearing the end of the day. You can see my ride command screen doesn't know what to do. It's going back from day to night to day to night as I ride through kind of the shaded areas. So it is going to rain here soon, but I wanted to get out after I got the delivery and hooked everything up to see how this might go. So hopefully we'll beat the rain a little bit. We'll get this up a little faster and see how it sounds on the microphones when I do some editing, playing around with it tonight. Up around 70. We'll see how that sounds when we go to edit that later. So if there's interest, I'll endeavor to put the links down in the description of what I purchased. I admittedly just used some recommendations from other YouTubers that I watched and liked their sound quality and kind of found what I thought might work for me. I think I see that guy riding out here from time to time. Went out riding earlier today, very hot and humid here in Virginia where I'm located, but at least it wasn't raining yet. You can't tell it on the video right now, because right now I don't have a GoPro facing me, but I have an external battery power pack powering the GoPro. I decided to go ahead and put batteries in the recorder I'm using. That will also run on a battery backup power pack. In my power pack I have two of them, one that powers one device and the larger one that powers two. It just gets to be a lot of cables running down to the pocket. When I first started this, I would catch my hand in the cables as I kind of experimented with where to put them. And the trade-off, of course, is some of the jackets I have that have a lot of pockets. They don't necessarily have the same airflow or other advantages, and then of course the ones I like for airflow and such don't have many pockets. So I've added a magnetic bag here to the tank of my bike for especially when I'm wearing a lighter jacket. Of course, usually I turn around already when I'm doing a little test on my bike, but the weather's kind of nice now and it's cooled off, so I'm going to ride a little further and I'll turn around in a bit. Of course, a shorter ride is better. It lets me kind of get back and make adjustments if I don't like the sound. But hopefully this was pretty much plug and play. I think if I can get this set up to work, one of the things I'm going to do is a review of my 2022 Indian Super Chief Limited that I purchased. You can see right now when I'm doing this video, I've got about a little over 11,500 miles on it since I bought it last year. So I think I might do a video where I show you the bike and kind of the changes I've made to it and what I like about it, and a few things I don't like, things I wish were better. So right here where I'm riding, a motorcyclist was killed, I guess now that's about 8 months ago. Never found out exactly what happened, but I think what happened was likely he was riding right here close to the line, and people out here in these rural areas have a way of riding down the middle of the road, and I'm just guessing based on what I read in the news that the rider may have gotten clipped by a car and they made contact. I apologize if I've got any of those details wrong. You know, it's a challenge because you want to pick your line out here, but of course if they're riding down the middle of the road, you know, it kind of makes you nervous to ride out there as well. I think I'm going to turn around here and head back so I can make some tweaks to the sound if it didn't work. And I think I'll just do a quick trip down this cul-de-sac. What the heck? Usually nobody's out here. It looks like it's been raining already. Kind of misty out here. I had a video that ended up taking down as I was transitioning some channels. Some of you might know I have another YouTube channel dedicated to wildlife videos that I have up and running. Hopefully that dog is not going to be there when I come back. I'm not sure if they have an invisible fence on that dog or not. I've been by here when they are outside with the dog and he doesn't seem to chase. He's a big one. I wouldn't want him catching up with me. But the video I had was on these driving lights I had installed on the Super Chief, comparing what they look like day and night. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that dog. It's always a gamble to debate whether they have an invisible fence or not. May just end up having to power through. Could have ran a lot faster if he wanted to. I'm guessing he had a invisible fence, but sometimes I'll slow down and kind of throw off the rhythm and then speed pass. So I do have an older GoPro I was thinking about putting up here on the handlebars. I also have an Insta360 camera I've been playing around with a little bit, just kind of for the fun of it. Back and go home and kind of download this, and we'll see how it turned out. Usually I do some editing while having an adult beverage. I tested this a little bit at home but there's no substitute for getting on the bike and the noise and seeing how this all worked out. It's a beautiful night out, but we've been having these isolated storms that keep hitting. I don't mind riding in the rain, actually. The lightning, I'm kind of a chicken, but I don't mind the rain. I need practice at night and in the rain, so try to put myself out here. The biggest challenge out this way is deer. Some of you know just recently on the Blue Ridge Parkway, which I rode just about 2 weekends ago, somebody was killed. A good rider, from what I understand, but a deer jumped out and hit him. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. And so out here, there's deer everywhere. And, during the day, of course, you can spot them on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I think they dart out from the side of the road, so you don't get much chance to see them, which can happen here, but I've never really had a problem out here during the day. But at night, I've noticed some, and even when I go back to edit some videos I do at night, you see some that you had missed. The other things out here are possums. Love to run out into the road at night, and every now and then raccoons. I would actually like to ride in the city or the suburbs more at night, but I live out in a rural area by choice for the elbow room, so it takes a good ride just to get back to civilization that's not these rural roads. Love the rural roads during the day. So, as the name of my channel implies, I ride my bike around, also take some drone footage. I'm a Part 107 certified drone pilot, and just kind of getting deeper into both of those hobbies, riding and the drone. I've been riding for about 2.5, 3 years, kind of something I always wanted to do in my 20s and kind of put off, really even before my 20s, and I just never really got a chance to pursue it, and just decided to really get into it. And then the drone I picked up when we were building a house, I realized they were paying a guy a couple of times to get some drone footage for me. It was just cheaper to buy one and learn how to do it myself. So that kind of sparked doing that some more. And I enjoy doing that. One of the nice things about riding motorcycles is you that ride know is the open air. Like riding through here, I can tell somebody's fertilized their yard with those chemicals, which some people like to smell, some don't tend to like it. And also you can smell fresh cut grass, which you don't always get in the car. It's kind of the fun side of riding. The Buster Brown driver, hopefully not on strike yet. Well, I'm going to probably conclude this video and then head on back to my house down the road a ways and through the woods and a few turns to make. And hopefully some of you take an interest and like what you see. I'll probably, after I do that review, I'm thinking about doing some of the rides around Virginia. And also, you know, for those who are newer to biking, some of the things I've learned the hard way, some mistakes I've made. Some of the insight I've gained from other people. One of the things I've generally avoided is group rides. I've done a couple, one group ride that was part of a demo days not too long ago in India. And the guy behind me, I mean, we're all there to try out new bikes we've never ridden before. And the guy behind me decides to lane share almost the entire ride with me. And you guys can tell me if that's normal or not. I thought it was really dangerous what he was doing, and I'm not sure what he got out of riding. I mean, I wanted to ride the bike and do some swerving and test the turns and really focus on the bike, and instead I was having to watch this guy to my right, whose front wheel was, if I looked to my right with my eyes, I could see him right there, which I just thought was really odd. Another time I met a guy at a gas station who asked if we could ride a little, and I reluctantly agreed. I was still very new, and within seconds he's standing on his handlebars and then popping wheelies and was asking me why I was going so slow. And I told him I didn't think it was a good idea for us to ride together. And I'm probably a little more cautious rider than that. Officer going by, probably good. I had somebody in front of me going under the speed limit. It's whether you're in a car or a motorcycle, it's really easy to get over the speed limit on this road. One of my friends got a ticket right out here, and then the reverse problem is you get people that go 35 miles an hour out here in a 55, and just would drive you nuts. Probably going to bring this inaugural test video to a close. I'm not sure if I'm going to post this or not. Maybe we'll get back, kind of have a chance to see how it sounds and how I came across and how the video, and have some fun doing some basic editing on it. And then I'll see if I post this. Alright, thanks for watching.